Eric Reid is restrained by Panthers wide receiver Torrey Smith. Matt Rourke, Associated Press, by Cindy Boren. Cindy Boren, reporter covering sports, with an emphasis on politics and national stories. Email bio. Follow October 21 at 2:14 p.m. NFL Week 7 top storylines, injury news, fantasy football, Austrian shillings, betting tips, picks. Follow along here for frequent updates and developments from all of Sunday's NFL games. Check back after Sunday Night Football for a look at the biggest moments and trends to watch. Malcolm Jenkins and Eric Reid, two of the players who most frequently demonstrated during the national anthem, got into a disagreement before the coin toss preceding the Eagles-Panthers game. Reid, who signed with the Panthers late last month, has continued to demonstrate to raise awareness of social injustice and police brutality. However, he has been critical of the Players Coalition founded by the Eagles' Jenkins, calling it an NFL-funded subversion group earlier this year. Whatever happened, several players had to move Reid off the field as he yelled in Jenkins' direction. Things were still chippy when the game began too. Things are getting ugly between the number Eagles and Eric Reid right now. Pic.twitter.com 1Q6DQXYS4V. Klayman, at NFL. October 21, 2018. No Gronk, Sony Michel hurt in Chicago. The Patriots are missing one of their biggest weapons, tight end Rob Gronkowski, against the Bears. Of more immediate concern, though, is a second-quarter injury suffered by running back Sony Michel. He appeared to be in a lot of pain with a knee injury as he was helped off the field after losing a fumble. Gronkowski, who is dealing with ankle and back injuries, did not make the trip with the team to Chicago, but is expected to be ready to play October 29 against the Bills. The Bears are one of 5 teams that have never beaten Tom Brady, by the way. In the second quarter, Cordarrelle Patterson returned a kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown, pausing to high-five a teammate a couple of yards from the end zone. That seems like the kind of thing that is going to displease Bill Belichick. So much. Speed.CEEFLASHPDE84 goes 95 yards to the house. CBS number Goppets. Pic.Twitter. Com7RH79 Iberk, NFL, at NFL, October 21, 2018. Security guard gets crushed. A security guard standing in front of the stands in Miami was bowled over by Dolphins receiver Kenny Stills, who was unable to stop his momentum as he scored a touchdown. Stills checked on the guard and offered the ball he had just carried. Kenny Stills caught a TD pass and crashed into a security guard who didn't see him coming. Stills went back and gave the TD ball to her. Pic.Twitter.com U0DYVVSKN0, NFL Update, Atma Sports Update, October 21, 2018. A big win for L. A. The Titans and Chargers took their game down to the wire, with the Titans narrowing the lead to 2019 with just 31 seconds left. Coach Mike Vrabel elected to go for the win, rather than the tie, and 2 conversion attempts failed. Vrabel is taking quite a bit of heat for not playing for overtime, given the importance of the game for his team. At Titans coach Mike Vrabel on decision to go for 2, and the win. Pic.Twitter.com QGFCVL9 Co. Jim Wyatt, At Wyatt Sports, October 21, 2018. No one can get enough offense. Look no further than last Sunday night's game for a glimpse of what makes NFL owners and officials grin. The Chiefs and Patriots rang up 83 points, something that used to be a ridiculous anomaly. This year, there already have been 3 games in which both teams scored at least 40 points. Over the previous 4 years, there were only 2. Is this the week that defenses adjust? Probably not, given that what's happening is in large part helped by rules changes that protect quarterbacks and emphasize safety. It just makes you wonder, what's the limit? What's better than offensive explosions? Close games, that's what. Over the first 6 weeks, 54 games have been decided by one score, according to the NFL, and that ties the 1999 season for the most in NFL history. 28 of those games had been decided by 3 or fewer points, second most in NFL history through Week 6. There were 35 in 1999. In each of the first 6 weeks, at least one game has gone to the overtime, the first time that has happened since the regular season rule was put in place in 1974. A broadcasting oddity, for the first time since 1993, CBS will televise the Cowboys-Redskins game, with Jim Nantz and Tony Romo making the call from FedEx Field. I can't even contain my excitement, Jim Nantz told the Post's Ben Strauss. It'll be 9,065 days since the last time I did it. Read more. Brees is at it again. Drew Brees will try to become just the 3rd NFL player to have beaten all 32 teams when the Saints play the Ravens, against whom he is 0-4. The other 2 QBs? Peyton Manning and Brett Favre. And, with his next touchdown pass, Brees will join Manning, Favre and Tom Brady as the only players in NFL history to have thrown 500. Top storylines: the kickoff lives. The last-ditch effort by the NFL to save the kickoff seems to be succeeding. Read more. Seahawks won't be moving. NFL owners are certain the team will remain in Seattle, even if it is sold following the death of owner Paul Allen. Read more. More playing, less talking. Giants owner John Mara sends a blunt message to Odell Beckham Jr. Read more. To the house. And fast. In the high-scoring NFL, sometimes the best strategy is letting the other team score quickly. Read more. Concussion update. Concussions were down 13% during preseason, the league says. Read more. It's the Rams and everyone else. This week's power rankings are LA-centric. Read more. Dorsey's still trading. Browns general manager John Dorsey shipped running back Carlos Hyde to the Jaguars in exchange for a 2019 fifth-round pick. The NFL's trade deadline is October 30. This week's buys: the Steelers, Seahawks, Raiders, and Packers are off. Injury news: McCoy goes out. Bills running back LeSean McCoy headed for the locker room in the first half, and was later ruled out with what the team said was a head injury, although it initially appeared as if he'd taken a helmet to the hip and rolled his ankle on the landing as well. No more beast mode. Raiders running back Marshawn Lynch is likely to miss at least a month with a groin injury, the NFL Network reports. Deshaun Watson update: the chest injury to Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson was last week described as a broken rib and a partially collapsed lung, but Watson stressed that he was in no danger. "For sure, I wouldn't be out there if it would have caused any more problems," Watson said last week. I talked it over with my family and doctors and everything was fine. That's the only reason why I was out there." He didn't really confirm or deny the report, and Report Sunday indicated that he was driven to Jacksonville because the team did not want him to fly. No Kupp for Rams, coach Sean McVay said as far back as Thursday, and it was safe to rule out wide receiver Connor Kupp because of a knee injury. Josh Reynolds is likely to step up with Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods in 3 wide receiver sets. Crowder out. Wide receiver Jamison Crowder, ankle, will not play against the Cowboys, and receiver Paul Richardson, shoulder, knee, and safety Troy Apke, hamstring, are doubtful to play. Running backs Chris Thompson, rib, knee, and Adrian Peterson, ankle, shoulder, are questionable. Cowboys linebacker Sean Lee, hamstring, will play after missing 3 games. Wide receiver Tavon Austin, groin, will miss a few weeks, the team says. Bengals Bernard out. Bengals running back Giovanni Bernard, knee, and center Billy Price, foot, will not play against the Chiefs. Safety Sean Williams, elbow, is questionable. Chief safety Eric Murray, ankle, and linebacker Tanok Basagnan, ankle, are questionable. Center Mitch Morse, concussion, has been ruled out, and safety Eric Berry, heel, and linebacker Justin Houston, hamstring, are listed as doubtful. Fantasy football advice. Start sit tips. Rely on Patriots RB Sony Michel against the Bears. Read more, player rankings. Here's who's hot and who's not. Read more, Week 7 cheat sheet. Read more, the musts, the players you need in your Week 7 lineup. Read more, Austrian shillings betting tips. Picks. The Rams play action will be too much for the 49ers defense to stop. Read more,